You ever wonder why some women chase men who confuse them, ignore them, even hurt them emotionally? Why do they keep coming back to the guy who's hot one day, cold the next, while they ghost the man who's consistent, kind, always there? Let's sit in that question for a second, because the answer isn't just psychological, it's biological. See, the human brain is wired for uncertainty. It's not just women, it's all of us. Our dopamine system responds strongest not to consistency, but to random reward. That's why people get addicted to slot machines. They win once, the dopamine hits, then they lose, and that drop creates craving. So they spin again, not for the money, but for the feeling. Now bring that into attraction. When you use push-pull the right way, when you're warm, engaged, present, and then suddenly distant, quiet, unpredictable, you become the emotional slot machine. She gets a hit, a compliment, a glance, a deep conversation. Then nothing, silence, no reward, no explanation. And now her mind starts spinning. Did I lose him? Is he upset? Was I not enough? The brain hates those gaps, and so she comes back not for logic, but for the high of emotional impact. Push-pull isn't a trick, it's a trigger. And the more uncertain the pattern, the more her brain locks in. Because now you're not just a person, you're a feeling she can't predict. And what can't be predicted can't be controlled. That tension between access and absence, warmth and cold, is where desire lives. Not in the comfort of constant attention, but in the confusion of not knowing what comes next. But here's where most guys mess it up. They either go too hot and become easy, or they go too cold and become irrelevant. The art is in the rhythm, the precision, the timing of when you give and when you disappear. That's not manipulation, that's emotional intelligence. That's leverage. And when you know how to use it right, she's the one chasing the next hit of you. Remember how we started? That question, why she keeps chasing the one who confuses her, not the one who's always available? Now you know. It's not her being shallow. It's her biology responding to tension, to scarcity, to uncertainty. And if you want to stop being the man who gives everything and gets nothing, if you want to learn how to create that pull without being toxic, fake, or cold, you need the Player's Bible. Because this book doesn't just tell you what push-pull is, it shows you how to live it, how to build that tension naturally without pretending to be someone else. It's strategy grounded in reality, in science, in psychology. When you apply what's in the Player's Bible, you don't chase women anymore. They chase the feeling you create over and over again, not for logic, not for love, but for that dopamine loop only you can trigger.